Hey guys, TONYT here, and I know it's been a while, but I'm back, and this was the perfect time for me to do a video because today makes the 40th anniversary of Michael Jackson's Thriller album, and as you can read from the title, I am reviewing this on vinyl. Now, for anybody that's watched my channel over the years, is probably wondering why are you reviewing it on vinyl again. Well, there's a reason for that. You probably already read it in the title as to why I'm reviewing it. But the last time I reviewed this album on vinyl, I looked back on the video over the last few years. It's a bad video. Um, uh, Over basically like half a decade ago, like 5 years ago, I got the album on vinyl. It was a 2015 reprint, and I did a video as much as I could. Excuse me. And yeah, the video did not age well on my channel. But if you hear that screaming, that's my younger brother, so don't worry too much about that. But anyway, so yeah, that was a bad video, but it's still up on the channel if you want to check it out. The link is in the description if you want to check it out. So just be aware that that video is very, very. I cringe at it. But yeah, anyway, this is the 1982 original first pressing of Thriller on vinyl. Now, I have to give a shout out to my boy Kevin, who y'all might know as KevinBo202 on YouTube, for him to sell this to me on vinyl. Crazy thing is, he actually sold this to me for only about $40, which is kind of ironic because today's the 40th anniversary. Um, Now, before I continue, since basically the majority of my fan base on YouTube are Michael fans, if y'all are wondering, yes, I do have the 40th anniversary CD edition with the two CDs, and I will be reviewing that tomorrow night at some point. And I'll be giving you my thoughts on everything about the promotion behind everything, about how my personal thoughts on it, and what do I feel like about the tracks that were released with it, like all that good stuff. So that video will be up by tomorrow. But yeah, for today, I wanted to review the album again for the first time in over 5 years on vinyl again, but with it being the original 1982 pressing when it originally came out. Now, um, my very first item in my entire Michael Jackson collection was a burned copy of the 2001 edition of Thriller that my grandmother, who's no longer here, who hasn't been here for almost nearly 6 years, gave it to me as like, hey, I know you really like Michael. Here's a start. It was just basically a burned copy of Thriller, and now we're up to the point where I own an original 1982 pressing. It's crazy how much time has passed. So yeah, here we go. There's the logo of the font of the album. Here's the iconic picture here. You can tell that it's original because the coloring is so much darker on the vinyl compared to reprints. When you get a reprint version of the vinyl, it's more light colored, if that makes sense. Like the color is lighter. So yeah, you can see all the you know wear and tear it's gone through over the years. Uh, but yeah, I mean, to be honest, there's not much wear and tear outside of a couple scratches on the actual case itself. It seems like. Now, if you're wondering, yes, I still have the 2015 reprint. I'll show it right here. So this was the 2015 reprint I reviewed over half a decade ago. So there's that. But we're here to focus on this one. So here's the track listing. Like, not like I really need to say what the track listing is, so, but I will do it anyway. Wanna Be Starting Some, Baby Be Mine, The Girl Is Mine with Paul McCartney, Thriller, Beat It, Billie Jean, Human Nature, PYT, Pretty Young Thing, and The Lady of My Life. Produced by Quincy Jones for his label, co-produced by Mike, and all the management team from Entertainment Records and Joe Jackson. Yeah. Now, if you look at the difference, I'll give a little bit of a difference. If you look at the differences now, which that's actually crazy. I didn't realize that at first. That the co-produced for when it says co-produced by Michael Jackson, all that stuff. The extra credits for the management team and all that stuff from Entertainment and Joe is actually not on the 2015 reprint, which makes a lot of sense. And I noticed this a while ago, but the Epic Records logo was here, and then it's on here in the reprint as well. But Michael's logo, company logo, is on here. But if I did my research not too long ago, and when I got the vinyl, and his logo that his company did start until like the early or mid '90s or something like that. So that makes a lot of sense, obviously. But yeah, it's just cool to see the differences in the back. So I am so sorry about what you're hearing in the background. But anyway, so if you also want to know if it's actually a real original 1982 print, you can see right here very closely that it says 1982 right there. And there's like no extra date or anything. It's just 1982. I'll zoom in a little bit. There you go. See? Now, you also want to know if it's original. Look at the color there. It looks more green than it really should. But that just lets you know that it's original. And now, which I love that picture, by the way, I always have. Now let's get to the vinyl itself. Hold on. Alright. I'm going to close this for now. Well, if I can get this out with my right hand, that would be great. Be gentle with this. Close that. Alright. Whoa. Whoa. Alright, here we go. Alright. Now, what's really cool, which makes a lot of sense, there's a piece of the vinyl right there, but I have to make sure it stays safe. But yeah, the covering for the vinyl is actually paper, while in the reprints, they're cardboard. If I remember correctly, which it would make a lot of sense. Yeah, it's cardboard. But yeah, you get the point. But yeah, so yeah, here's the front. There's Michael and Paul right there fighting over a girl that they really like, for The Girl Is Mine. And there are monsters right there in the middle for representing Thriller and all that good stuff. Okay. Now, I'm going to try to get the vinyl out as carefully as possible. Okay. Alright, there we go. Hold on, give me a quick second. Okay. Alright, here we are. The original 1982 first pressing of Michael Jackson's Thriller. Personally, not only my favorite Michael album of all time, but my personal favorite album of all time. Side 1 contains Wanna Be Starting Some, which was written by Michael, Baby Be Mine, which was written by Rod Temperton, Girl Is Mine with Paul McCartney, written by Michael, Thriller, written by Rod Temperton. So that's all for side 1. here is side 2. So side 2 has Beat It, which is written by Michael, Billie Jean, which is written by Michael, Human Nature. Hold on. I heard the name today who wrote Human Nature, but I can't pronounce it. I'm sorry. The Pretty Young Thing, which was if I'm looking at that correctly, it was written by Quincy Jones and somebody else. I can't see it properly because of the light. But yeah. So and The Lady in My Life is also after PYT, which was written by Ron Tipperton, which I actually never knew that until now. Interesting. Okay. But yeah, so if you guys can tell right here that if you just look at the vinyl itself, that it actually is from the 80s, compare it as to like if you look at vinyls that come out today, they definitely look obviously a bit more modern because of the times. So the fact that I have a 40-year-old vinyl in my Michael Jackson collection is pretty fucking insane. I still to this day, since I actually bought it a few months ago, that I actually own a copy of the original print of Thriller on vinyl. I can't believe it. All right, give me a second. Okay, I'm back. I had to put the vinyl back in the case so it doesn't get damaged. But yeah, if you're also wondering, I did play the vinyl on my record player, and it actually sounds really, really good, despite of it being as old as it is. So, again, shout out to my boy Kevin, man. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have this in my collection. So, I gotta thank them. I gotta thank him for that. So, thank you, Kevin. Seriously, thank you. Uh, uh, thank you, man. Seriously, this is undoubtedly the most prized item in my entire collection, and I am never getting rid of it. Never. So, this album changed my life in so many ways I'll never be able to describe it. Man, just man, it's awesome that I have this album on vinyl with it being the original from 1982. I can't believe it. Well, for every Michael fan that's been following me over the years on YouTube, if you guys want these videos back, let me know and I'll keep doing them. And they were a lot of fun back in the day when I was originally doing these videos, so I wouldn't mind doing them again. But yeah, like I said, I do have the Thriller 40th Anniversary 2 CD edition, so I will definitely be reviewing that, and that will be definitely, more than likely, will be up by tomorrow. So that's for sure, undoubtedly gonna be on the channel. So you knew I had to get it. So so hope you guys enjoyed this review. So man, Thriller 40 years, man. And also, I just want to say something. I found out a few days ago that Thriller on multiple different charts has made it into the top 10 on multiple different music charts. And that's the first time that Thriller has been in the top 10 in 38 years. Like, holy shit. First time since 1984, which was the year that he won, like, what, eight Grammys? 8 Grammys in one night for the album. And also, one of the music charts had Thriller at number one. So the fact that Thriller was able to make it to the number one spot for the first time in 38 years, just in time for the 40th anniversary, is just shows you how iconic uh, and how big this album became, and how much influence this album alone has on the music industry today. So, hope you enjoyed this video, and happy 40th, Thriller. Thank you for changing my life. TONYT is not the building.